Hi there, my name is Cole, and today we are going to be looking at various cool LEGO models of cars that have been posted on the internet recently. Some of these I've seen from our Discord server, which you can join at the link in the description if you like building LEGO cars. Some of these are from Instagram, some are from Flickr. If you'd like to be featured, post your models on the internet, on the Discord, on Flickr, on Instagram, and if I see them and I like it, I might feature it in one of these videos. I've considered making this like a monthly thing. I'm not sure if that would be too many videos. Maybe I'll make it like a quarterly thing every 3 months, maybe every 2 months. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Either way, it's been a while since we've done one of these, and I found a bunch of cool looking models that I think you guys should see. First up, we have this Ferrari 296 GT3 by Bohm Bricks. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And I've seen some of his models come up recently. He's got some really cool models in general, so I recommend you check him out. This 296 is especially nice. Just got good shaping overall. Great use of various curved slopes and curved wedge slopes. Really nice job around the engine cover. Basically how the roof is curved and that goes into the engine cover. These slopes on the side, which are angles. Some complicated stuff that ends up actually looking quite nice and clean. So great job there. Again, at the rear, good detailing for the exhaust and diffuser and all that. Headlights as well. They are not excessively complicated, but they are a little bit more intricate than some 296 designs. I appreciate the detail. Just overall, a really solid model. I believe they have the instructions on Rebrickable, so I'll link to this Instagram and all the other Instagram or Flickr or whatever I mentioned in this video in the description if you want to check these out, because I highly recommend you do. Next up, we have, I'm going to say, various models by Mr. Timely Manor on Instagram, also known as Timely Manor on YouTube. And they just have a bunch of really nice, mostly like exotic supercar, hypercar designs. But I just love that they're all like different. A lot of supercar designs, hypercar designs, and LEGO, just a lot of stuff's copied over. But while some of the parts I think are inspired by others, and they do a good job of crediting others where they use inspired parts. But there's a lot of cool original stuff here. This is an older one, but I really like this Bugatti Tourbillon. I saw the video of it on YouTube and I was like, man, this is so sick. He also did a Scion and a Revuelto, I think. And both of these are really nice. I love that they use some very like different colors here. This dark blue and the Scion I think looks so sick. I just looked and there's both a Scion and a Scion Roadster. I think the shaping on these is just insane. There aren't a ton of Scion mocks out there. This one goes crazy. So yeah, they have just a bunch of really cool looking models like this, so I highly recommend you go follow the Instagram, check out the YouTube. I'll link to both down below. Next up, we have this Aston Martin Valkyrie LMH by Taters Bricks SC on Instagram. And this is just a really nice solid model of the Valkyrie race car. I saw it in person a couple weeks back and it's just such an insane car, and so it's really cool to see this model of it. They built both the like the WEC version and the IMSA version. Both look very nice. Both have custom stickers from Brick Sticker Shop, which is lovely. They just look great. Nice shaping all around. Good balance of not being overly detailed or overly clean, and just really nice to look at, especially these two LMH ones with the little bonsai tree. Next up, we have a more unusual one. This is by Isaac Bricks, the 1989 Honda Accord. This is a nice, relatively uninteresting car in real life, but very interesting LEGO model. Actually, this car is old enough that actually might be more of an interesting car in real life, but either way, I really like this model just for capturing the shape of the real car extremely well. This is a digital model, but it's using these new wedge pieces for fenders with some cheat slopes. I think it looks awesome. I have no idea what wheel piece this is, but it looks like it works quite well here. Nice shaping around the roof and all the windows and windows and C pillars especially. There's a lot of interesting parts going on there. It looks very nice. Good stuff for mundane cars from Isaac Bricks here. Next up, we have this Lexus RCF from Instant T Builds, and this is a very solid model. Reminds me of like a very solid Speed Champions official set, because there's a lot of nice kind of clean techniques, but nothing too crazy, so it ends up looking just like the previous model. Nice to look at, but in a different way. We're just very recognizable and a bit simpler looking than some of the crazy mocks out there, but you can kind of see how it goes together, and at the same time you can see how complex it is, which is a weird balance I haven't thought of before, but that's how I'd put it. And this looks just great overall. Nice detail, especially the front and rear lights, and then the whole rear window assembly being lined up with that cheat slope, that greater slope, is also very nice. There's also this Red Bull version of this car, which looks sick. The stickers on this one were designed by Bohm Bricks, I see, and it just looks so nice. Instant T has a bunch of cool models on the Instagram, and so I'll link to that down below. Again, highly recommend you check it out. This next one is the Lancia Delta S4 by Brickstig. I think Lego Stig, I'm sorry, Stig, I forget your name on Instagram, but it's right here. It's just a sick looking model. Some crazy techniques to get the martini stripes on there. Delta S4 is one of my favorite cars, and look at this stripe in the front of the rear fender. This is so crazy. Look at the building to get these cheese slopes in place here. This is insane stuff. The hood's on a slight angle, the windshield is at a slight angle, the roof's at a slight angle, the spoiler's at a slight angle, the B pillar, or C pillar I guess, is at both the B pillar and the C pillar at a slight angle. It's just insane stuff all around. It's got some nice detailing around the rear, and yet it still looks nice and clean. So overall, just incredible stuff from Brickstig. Love to see a Group B car from them. Next up, we have this McLaren 720S GT3 from Ryan GC Productions on Instagram. And this is just a super nice looking 720S. I've seen a few 720S models. Most of them are pretty good. I love this one because it makes use of a bunch of new parts. I can see some new curb slopes, like wedge slopes in the hood. I can see wedge towels in the front. I can see that new kind of bow wedge piece in the side and some on the rear fender as well. Makes great use of new pieces and just has some great detail all around. I especially like the rear with the slanted taillights. Just overall, a great looking model. It's got some cool interior details as well. I think my favorite looking 720S model at the moment. Really great stuff. There's just a ton of parts that are like set in there at certain angles, like these parts in front of the fender and this side panel and this lower panel as well. Actually, it's lower plate. They just have really subtle angles and it just looks incredible. So very good stuff. Next up, we have this 64 Chevy Impala convertible from Tyler on Flickr, and this thing just looks so nice. I think there's an Instagram account for this as well, but I just found this one on Flickr, and it looks so nice. It's so simple looking at first glance, and then you look at it more, and you're like, wow, there's so much like subtle detail, and just like in looking so simple, you realize that this must be a bit complex underneath to get all this together. The way the windshield is angled is very weird, but looks so good, especially. And then on the hood, you have that subtle slope in the center. It just looks so nice, the way the interior and the exterior contrast here. And then the rear has these really nice inset lights in it, or slightly inset lights. Just great stuff here. Highly recommend you go follow Tyler on Flickr. It just has some absolutely insane builds that are, I say absolutely insane. They might not look crazy at first glance, but you look deeper and there's just so much intricate detail on them. And finally, we have a builder who I think has been featured in these videos before. Some of those might have been as well, but either way. This is the Lamborghini Countach by RGB 900. And man, this is such a cool looking model because the Countach is a car that people do a lot in Lego, and so it's hard to make one that looks unique but also good. And this one is both unique and good because at first glance it looks, relatively similar to the set, maybe relatively similar to some other models, but you look closer at it and you're like, wow, there's some good detail here. And then you realize that the doors open and the engine cover opens, and then the engine, there's a detailed engine inside, but it's actually removable, which is very incredible for a model of this scale. And you just look around it more and you see it's so much nice detail to get the little NACA duct behind the door, to get the door at the right shape when it opens with these triangle tiles, to get all the little detail in the front with the lights and the logo and the grills in the front, and get it at the right angle, and to fill in all the gaps, these intakes over the rear fender. Look around the rear, there's a nice taillight technique as well. It's like kind of reminiscent of the set with these angled parts over it, but also extremely different. Just absolutely incredible model, so nice to look at. Again, RGB 900, if you do not follow this creator, you should be following this creator because there's some absolutely incredible stuff to see. And with that, there you have a quick kind of overview of some models on the internet that I have seen recently that I thought were very cool. Maybe we'll do another one of these in 1 month, or in 2 months, or in 3 months, I don't know. When I see enough new models that I think are really sick that I want to feature. With that, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video inspired you. Let me know what your favorite was. If there's some other builder you think that more people should know about, feel free to put it in the comments. And with that, I hope you return for the next video. Either way, I hope you have a great day.